Hello and welcome back to another Wild Ginger Running product review. My name is Tim. I'm a sports physiotherapist and endurance coach, but for the purposes of this review, I'm also a nutrition coach certified with Precision Nutrition. And today we are reviewing the Supernatural Fuel pouches. So these are a new energy product that's on the market, and these are a little bit different to maybe what you're used to in terms of energy drinks or gels. These are actually pouches of real food. So it's a little bit like sachets or pouches of baby food, but for grown-ups. And these are going to be great for people who want to be consuming real food on the go when they're training and racing, but maybe don't want to have things getting mushed up at the bottom of their bag. Supernatural Fuel pouches, they're a combination of seeds, nuts, fruits, vegetables, grains, all of which are coming together to produce some really quite tasty little blended up food pouches. Again, these are organic, natural, real food. So these are great if you've got a sensitive stomach, maybe get GI issues in training or racing. If you're vegan, these are all going to be vegan friendly. Again, when you're doing long training, long races, sometimes you just feel like, just drinking on its own is not enough. Gels on their own are not enough. You want something a little bit solid in your mouth, something to chew, something not quite so sickly sweet. And I found that these really fill that niche. When I'm training hard, when I'm racing hard, I generally will stick to energy fuel drink only in my bottles. But sometimes after a while, my stomach just wants something a little bit more. My mouth wants a little bit more than just drink or even maybe a gel. It wants something with a little bit of texture that I can chew even. Not that you need to chew these, but it's just got enough thickness to it that you can chew it if you want, if your mouth needs a little bit of entertainment on a very, very long training run or a long race. The other really good thing about this company is the fact that they're really hot on their sustainability. So they're providing the fuel in these pouches, but they actually, when they post these out to you, they give you a stamped addressed envelope to return the pouches back to them, and they will then recycle. And that's not something I've seen with any other companies on the market at the moment. So again, it just really, gets into that whole sustainability, environmentally friendly. Again, it's a good way that we can look after the environment. Think of all those gel packets and sachets that we go through in our training and racing. That's a lot of waste that we're chucking away. Whereas this company is now trying to do something about it. They will ask for these pouches back and they will recycle them for you. That's a nice little take on it. So the first pouch I'll talk to you about is the berry and quinoa. This is a mixture of obviously quinoa and berries being blueberries and strawberries, and then mixed in with some coconut water, coconut milk, a little bit of honey, and some sunflower seeds. So with that, this is the one that's not vegan friendly out of the whole range, if you're taking the honey into account. The energy that you get out of this one, we're getting 110 kilocalories with this one here. That consists of 5.1 grams of fat. You've got 14.3 grams of carbohydrate, and you've got 2.7 grams of protein. So you see, with taking real food, we are getting a nice mix of carbohydrates, fats and proteins, rather than just pure sugar and give you that big sugar high and then you get a sugar crash. So we're getting a lot more sustained energy release with these type of fuel pouches. With this though, you're not really getting any salt. So if you are a very salty sweater, or if you find that you do need to take salt on board during long training runs and races, then you are going to need to think about maybe drinking an electrolyte drink to go with this. So the next one here is the cocoa and banana. This one has some avocado in it as well. I love avocado. And then it's bananas, dates, flax seeds, sultanas and cocoa powder with a bit of apple juice to liquefy it up. In this one here, we're getting 124 kilocalories, which is made up of 5.8 grams of fat. We got 16.2 grams of carbohydrate and then 2.2 grams of protein. Again, with this, we're not having any salt, so if you're needing any, you're going to be needing to take on some electrolytes via an electrolyte drink. This one here is dates and sesame seeds, obviously containing dates and sesame seeds, but also coconut water, sultanas, sunflower seeds. But dates are a fantastic long-run fuel. I'll often carry a little bag of dates, often stuffed with some almond butter or peanut butter. Beautiful. So with this one, we're getting 212 kilocalories of energy, which is made up of 11 grams of fat, we're getting 23.5 grams of carbohydrates with 5.3 grams of protein, and there's a little bit of salt in this one, just 0.3 of a gram of salt, so a little bit in there but I suspect you're going to be needing to take on an electrolyte drink if you're needing some salts in your water for your long runs and long training. And then the last one here is oats and banana. So this is essentially like banana porridge in a pouch, and I love my banana porridge. I had a big bowl of porridge before I head out the moors for my run today. This one is coconut water, we've got oats obviously, banana, coconut milk, flax seeds and a bit of maple syrup just to give you that little bit of sweetness to it. With this we're getting 120 kilocalories, which is made up of 5.6 grams of fat. We got 14.1 grams of carbohydrate and then 2.5 grams of protein. And again, with this one, there's no extra salt added in, so you may well be wanting to take on an electrolyte drink with this. So who are these pouches going to be for? Well, obviously anybody. These are real natural food, easy on the stomach, great tasting. They're giving you that little bit of extra texture, a little bit of something solid to chew on and swallow, sit in your stomach. But because it's all blended up and it's in a pouch, it's also very, very easy to get down the hatch. So if you are very tired, if you are doing a very long training run, very long race, and sometimes it's not easy to eat solid food and maybe you want to have something a little bit solid, these are going to be really, really good for that. For the purposes of complete transparency, these pouches were provided to me by Wild Ginger Running and Supernatural Fuel for free, but I'm under no obligation to provide any particular positive or negative reviews. I found these incredibly tasty, really easy to take on board, really good pouch to add into the mix, kind of fills that gap for those very long races, those very long runs, where naturally I'd only be taking on board an energy drink. But sometimes you do just get that little bit of hunger and you just want that little bit of something else in your mouth. What I would say about these though is that the amount of calories you're getting per sachet, it's not huge. So if you are trying to solely rely on these and you are pushing quite hard and needing that kind of 60, 70, 80, maybe even 90 grams of carbohydrate per hour, you're going to be getting through quite a few of these. And you know, there's a little bit of bulk to these. So it depends how big your pack is. What I would be looking at is using these alongside maybe another fuel source. So energy drink would be my obvious one. And maybe some fast acting gels for a particularly tough mountain climb or something like that. But for that slow release, that little drip feed, slow release energy, these are going to be a really nice addition to my repertoire and of my fuel choices when I'm training and racing. I would encourage you to give them a go. Like I say, it's a different type of sort of food to be taken on board in the sense that it's a mushed up real food as opposed to a very sickly sweet gel or energy drink. So it's a bit different to maybe what you're used to, but it's a lot easier than just carrying a banana in the bottom of your bag and that get you all mushed up and black and yeah. Whereas this is going to be really good at the end of a long training run. Again, I think I've got to go back to just reinforce the fact that this is a company which is really pushing for that sustainability. Their environmental credentials are really, really good in the sense that they're actually asking for these back and they will recycle. So, you know, we're all out in the the big wide outdoors. We love getting out in the environment. We want to look after the environment. And one of those things is obviously recycling and thinking about the kit that we're using, thinking about the products we're using and how sustainable are they. And this is pushing the frontiers in terms of asking for our waste products back and they will recycle. So well done guys, like it. So if you found this product review useful, please hit the subscribe button for Wild Ginger Running and follow us on all the usual social media channels at Wild Ginger Running. Or if you want to follow myself, I'm at Tim_Pigott on Instagram. So check me out there for more reviews. As a physiotherapist, a lot of my stuff is based more around the exercise and rehab ideas. So if you want to follow me there, hopefully you can pick up some more tips and tricks to help you stay injury free, keep you running well and enjoying what we all love doing. Look forward to seeing you again on another Wild Ginger Running product review or interview. Cheers now.